Black math! Give me some math and I'll give you some flack. Black math!
So we're going to do practice test 21. I'm going to start with number 1. The top walking deck of a ship is 270 feet long. So here's 270 feet long. This is only 2/5 of the length of the ship. So maybe there's more of a ship here. I don't know. That's a terrible ship. I don't know what it means. But 270 is 2/5 of the complete length of the ship. So I just translated that. This, which is 270, is only 2/5 of, remember, times the length of the ship. How long is the ship? So we're solving for L. How do you get rid of that 2/5? You divide by 2/5. Divide by 2/5. Divide by 2/5. So that's 270 over 1 divided by 2/5. Copy dot flop times 5/2. Okay, and that's going to equal L. So let's cross cancel. That 2 goes in, what is that, 135 times. 135 times 5 is 675 feet. Okay. Yep. All right. Number 2. University wants to have 1 1/3 computers in the computer lab for every 18 students enrolled. So 1 1/3. So when you don't know, tic-tac-toe. So we got computers. We got students. Okay. So here's our ratio. It needs to be 1 1/3 for every 18 students. So the university expects to have 5,508 students enrolled next year. How many computers will the university need? So this is where our 5,508 goes, and then we fish it. Okay. So remember, mixed numbers are dumb. So we're going to say 4/3. I just changed that to an improper fraction. All over 18 equals computers all over 5,508. Fish method. So 5,508 times 4/3, and all divided by 18, which is times 1/18. Right? Divided by 18. Let's just do that first so you see the progression. This is just fish method. Divided by 18. So we're just going to change that division to a multiplication problem. We're going to do some reducing here. So let's see here. 6 can go into that, and it goes into 18. I wonder if it more than 6 goes in. Let's just try with 6 first. 6 goes into that. Let's see. 9, 1, 8. Okay. And 3 goes into that. So we could have taken an 18 out. So 3 goes into that 306 times, 306 times. So now we just have 306, and then you can cancel with this 3, and that is 102, 102. So you got 102 times 4, which is 408, all over 1. So 408 computers are needed. Okay. All right. Number 3, Aphrodite traveled 100 leagues in 4 days. So number 3 is 100 leagues in 4 days. 100 leagues in 4 days. Okay. Then she doubled her rate. So if you double your rate, this is going to be 200 leagues in 4 days. Not 200 leagues in 8 days, but 200 leagues in 4 days. Or you could say 100 leagues in 2 days. That's doubling the rate. You go the same amount in twice the time. Okay. How long will it take her to travel 550 leagues? So you could set up a proportion again. You could do leagues and days. So 200 leagues in 4 days. We want to know how many for 550 leagues. Okay, so there's our fish method. You could do that. You can also reduce that to 50 over 1. All right, so when you multiply 550 times 4 divided by 200, you should get 11. Okay, so 11 days. So 550 times 4 is 2,200 divided by 200 is 11. Okay, so 11 days. All right, number 4, sales tax is 8%. So we just need to calculate the total price. So $64 times 0.08. That's going to find 8% of $64, and then you add that to the $64 price. Okay. Oh no, it's just asking for sales tax. So you don't need to know the total price. You just need to know how much tax was added. Okay. So times 0.08, 2, 48.51. So the decimal goes over 2 places. So this is how much sales tax was added. So if you wanted to do the total price, it would just be $69.12. But it's just asking for the sales tax. All right, number 5 looks like a repeat of number 1. So I'm not going to do number 5. All right, this is the exact same thing. So your equation for number 5 would be the top walking deck is 440. This is 11/12 of the length of the ship. So you're just going to divide by 11/12. So 440 divided by 11/12, or 440 times 12/11, and that'll give you your answer, which ends up being 40 times 11. So that's 4,400, or 40 times 11, which is 44. I'm not going to do it. No, 40 times 11 times 12. But anyway, you got that? All right, number 6, the ratio. The ratio of jugglers to mimes. So here's jugglers, and here's mimes, and here's total, just in case we need it. The ratio of jugglers to mimes is 14 to 11. This is the ratio column. This is the actual number column. If there are 168 jugglers, so 168 goes in jugglers, how many mimes? So we're going to fish method. Boom. So 168 times 11. Okay, and then we're going to divide by 14. 14 goes in 1 time, goes in 3 times, goes in 2 times. So 132 mimes. Just the fish method there. Okay, we're gonna pause. Here we go. So we're starting with number 7. 1 through 6 is gonna be online on our video. So so let's start with number 7. Complete the table. 7 is worth a lot. Don't say, oh, I don't know how to do those, and just move on. Don't. This is worth 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 6 points.
Wait, y'all started it?
Don't just skip number 7.
Oh, definitely.
I'll explain it to you later.
Okay.
Explain it to people who are on time. All right. Fractions, decimals, and percents. Okay. So the first thing it says, begin by inserting reference numbers. You don't have to do that. This is what they mean by that. It's kind of silly. That 51% is 0.51 or 51 hundredths. You don't have to do that. So just start with A. A is writing the decimal version of 0.76, or the fraction version of 0.76. How do you say 0.76? 76 100ths. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to write it over here because I know I'm going to be able to reduce that, right? That reduces, you can take a 2 out of that twice, or you can take a 4 out of that. And that goes in 19 times over 25. So you can reduce it however you want. Just make sure you reduce it. Otherwise, it's only half credit, okay? So that's 0.76. Now, how do you say that as a percent?
76.
Yeah, you just move it over 2 places to the right, 76%. Good, good. So that's B. All right, where's C? C is right here. So the decimal version of 4/5. You guys know how to change a fraction to a decimal?
Whoa.
Okay. How do you do it, Xavier?
You don't.
No. How do you change a fraction to a decimal?
You divide.
Yeah. Since you can use a calculator now, 4 divided by 5 on your calculator gives you 0.8. And what percent is 0.8? 80%. Remember, 2 places to the right, no more, no less.
It's 80.
So far, so good?
Yeah.
Okay. All right, now we're going to write the fraction version and the decimal version of 14%. Which one's easier? Doesn't matter, but what's the fraction? What's the decimal version of 14%?
0.14.
0.14. Now, how do you say this as a fraction?
14 over 100.
Yep, and that's a good start because you can reduce it.
That's what I was going to say.
7/50ths. So that's E and F. Please don't skip those. Those are easy, right? You guys know how to do those.
Good.
With the calculator, the only one that's tough is, no, there's nothing that's tough. You can do this. I guess reducing a fraction, if it's reducible, is kind of tough.
That's not enough.
But to change a fraction to a decimal, that's just a division problem on your calculator. You're fine. You'll be good, right?
Wait, are we supposed to be writing these?
Well, this assignment is due Tuesday, so I'm doing it for you. So you can do this with me. I did 1 through 6 already, but you can look at the video for those. Number 8, the 2-dimensional drawing shows the base of the right arm 5 feet tall. Find the volume. Okay, to find the volume, not what we did on Tuesday. What we did on Tuesday was finding surface area. Remember, we found the area of the bottom and the top, and then that lateral surface area, which is perimeter times height. Remember doing all that?
Yeah.
Okay, well, this is volume. Volume is the space inside of that. So this is just, what'd you say?
Area of base.
Area of base times the height. So even though volume's more dimensions, it's easier than surface area. Okay? Because, well, we can find the area of that base, right? That's just 2 different shapes. So this is a 3x6 rectangle. What's the area of that rectangle? 18. Okay, and then let's see here. If that's 3, then this has to be 3 because the whole thing is 6, right? So this is 6. So the volume of the area of that triangle, area of base times height divided by 2, or 1/2 base times height. So that's 9. Good. So what's the area of the base?
27.
27. Just add them together. So 27 times 5. Right? Is that the height?
Yeah.
Yeah. What's 27 times 10?
Big number. 170.
270. So what's half of 270?
125. Oh. Hey, I just
Remember,
said that.
cubic feet.
Hey,
Okay?
I just said that. Liberty Mutual.
So that's a little trick. Multiplying by 5, just multiply by 10 and cut it in half.
Okay. 54. Only pay for what you need with Liberty Mutual.
Hey, I just said that. Why don't they both when you said that?
State Farm is there. Do. 270 divided by 5, right?
No, 270 times 5 divided by 2, because, or 270 times, you're just doing 270.
Oh, you're.
Xavier, you're just doing 27 times 5. That's what, but if you want to do it in your head,
It's 27.
I was just saying you could multiply it by 10 and then cut it in half. But if you have a calculator, just multiply 27 times 5. There's your answer.
But it's still, it's not 135. It's not 135. Why are you
It's
adding?
135.
No, it isn't. It's not adding, that's multiplication.
That really says 20.
Here, clear it out. You might have some junk in
It's
your
Wait,
calculator.
170 plus 5.
270.
No, 27 times 5.
7 times 5.
No, not divided by 2. Xavier, I was just suggesting if you wanted to do it in your head without a calculator, multiplying by 5, you just multiply it by 10 and then cut it in half. Hey, that's not yours, is
Yes,
it?
it is.
Okay, looks just like mine. All right, number 9, graph. Oh, these are easy. Graph x is greater than -4.
Those are hard.
Wow.
Unfortunately, I care that you don't
Oh,
care.
Well, or is in the
put the
middle.
0 in the middle.
Yeah, you don't have to put 0. I mean, you could if you want, but really you just need a -4 on there. And then what do?
Just do a line.
A line which way?
The way it goes.
To the right, because it points to the right. So we're going to shade to the right. But what do we do on the -4?
We're gonna do a dot.
But you don't color it.
Yes, but you do an open circle because you don't want it to touch it. Because it's just greater than. If it was greater than or equal to, then you would fill it in. You guys remember that?
Yeah.
If it's greater than or less than or equal to, you fill in the dot. Okay, but you shade to the right either way. What if it was, guys, listen to me. What if it was x is less than or equal to -4?
And you
Fill
just
it in
equal
the
it.
circle.
Fill it in and shade left. Okay, good. All right, number 10. 230% of 70 is what number? Let's just translate that. How do you say 230%?
130. No. 2.3.
Good. Because remember, 230% percents are dumb in math. So we're just converting it to a decimal. So 2.3. Good. Way to save a step. 2.3. How do you say of? 70 is what number? So there's your equation. Calculator, go for it. 2.3 times 70.
I get
Probably like 150.
161.
Okay, so 161. That's what n is. You guys good?
Yeah.
All right. All right.
I don't want to be.
they call me John.
So how do you translate?
Dun, dun, dun.
How do you translate what percent of 2 is 9?
Huh?
How do you translate what percent of 2 is 9?
You don't.
Bro, that's like the big
Put the number.
All right, if you don't do this, you guys will probably get this wrong. Because
Hey,
most of you will probably divide by the wrong thing and it'll be embarrassing. to
literally just
everybody.
divide 9 by 2. No.
Now you divide 9 by 2. But if you were to just look at that, I think most of you would have said 2 divided by 9. Okay, so to get p by itself, divide by 2. So 9 divided by 2 is 4.5. But what percent is 4.5?
455.
450%.
Stop the cap.
Good job.
We do not care.
So far, so good. Are you talking to me, Xavier?
No.
What don't you care about? Okay. All right, because that would be the third time you said you don't care about this. And that's fine if you don't care, I just don't want to hear about it. So 140% of what number is 210? How do you translate 140%? 1.4, good. Of what, how do you say of what number?
Multiplication.
And then the number.
Yeah, so 1.4n, everybody okay with that?
Yep.
Is
Equal.
210. Now what?
Now you divide again.
Yep, so calculator, 210 divided by 1.4. Anybody got that?
I will. Let me open the calculator app. I get 0.0006.
I got 150.
210 divided by 1.4. Okay? Good. So let's just make sure it makes sense.
There we go.
140%, that means it's more than 140% of 150 is 210. Yeah, that makes sense. Okay? So it's all of 150 plus another 40%. That makes sense. Okay. Next, we're on number 11.
Oh, you're stopping at 10.
No.
Says who?
You said we were stopping at 10.
You do?
Henry with the knowledge. What was that? Other C. 150.
Okay, sales tax is 6%. This is a two-step problem, right? How do you calculate the total price?
You don't.
Well, and here's the deal. This test is weird because it has duplicates on it.
Add 6 to 100. Huh?
No, you don't add 6 to 100. So they're just asking for the sales tax. They don't care. They don't ask for the total price. They just want to know how much tax you're going to pay on $67. How do you figure that out?
Would you divide, would you divide 0.065?
No, you're not dividing anything. So tell me in normal words what you would do to calculate sales tax.
$4.02.
How'd you get that?
You have to change the 6%.
Yeah, so we want to know what 6%
Bro,
of
Then you multiply it by,
$67.
How?
That's what sales tax is. You have to calculate 6%
67.
of that. So yeah, so translating this to a mathematical thing, 0.06 times 67, and what'd you get, Ben?
4.02.
How?
So $4.02.
Oh.
Now, if they ask for the total price, what would you do now?
Oh, that's easy.
You add it.
Add it to 67, right? Any questions with finding sales tax?
No.
What if it was 7%?
What if then you just do the same
Then
thing?
you just do 0.07
Yeah.
times.
Good.
IQ react.
All right, number 12, you don't have to use unit multipliers, but it could be easy because square feet is how many square inches are in a square foot?
12.
48.
We went over this and you guys don't remember, probably because you don't take notes, but whatever.
Wow.
Yeah, so there are 144 square inches in a square foot because this is what a square foot looks like.
Yeah.
12 inches by
That is not
12
a square
inches, which is 144 square inches. Okay, but you don't have to worry about that. You could just use unit multipliers. So 7 square feet to go to square inches. You have to get rid of this feet label, but there's 2 feet labels. It's feet. It's feet times feet. That's what feet squared means. So this would only get rid of 1, but if you do it again, see how there's feet down here and there's feet up here. They cancel. So you're left with 7 times 12 times 12. What's 7 times 144?
Then calculator. I bet Mr. Flack doesn't know in his head.
No, it's all messed up.
Mr. Bo.
Mr. Goldberry has
1008. 1008.
1008 I got.
Okay, so that's 1,008 square inches.
Yeah, I
Okay?
did.
Yes,
Yeah, you did.
after we're done.
Why else would I say?
Okay, number 13. Write each number in standard notation. Okay, so this is just converting from scientific notation to standard notation. What do?
You would move the decimal.
Yeah, you do exactly what it says. 2.2 times 10 to the 4th times 10 to the 4th means move it right 4 places. So 2.2.
2, 0, 0, 0, point.
So what is that, 22,000?
Maybe.
I think so. So that's 22,000. All right, now let's do the next one. How do you write 9.4 times 10 to the negative 3?
Move it the other way.
Yep, move it left. 3 places. 1, 2, 3. So 0.0094. Now, a common mistake is to put 3 zeros there because, oh, it's negative 3. No, you have to move the decimal 1 place on a non-zero digit first and then 2 more. So there's only going to be
Basically.
1 less 0 than what this is. Okay? If you're going from scientific notation.
Wait, if it's negative, you move it to the left. Is that what you're saying?
Yep.
Right.
Does that make sense?
Yeah.
All right, number 14. You're just plugging and chugging. So here's what 14 says, negative RS minus R. Well, R is 2.
Mr. Flack,
It's a cursive S because a normal S looks like a 5.
did you know I looked up a calculus problem the other day and I got it right because it was multiple choice. I got it
Nice.
right.
Good job
It was
guessing.
like 13.
So what's R?
Wow.
2. So this negative sign, we're going to leave that negative. We're going to leave all the symbols there. We're just replacing R's with 2 and S's with negative 6. So don't do this. Whatever you do, don't do this. Because that looks like minus 6, doesn't it? If your variable is negative, then put it in parentheses.
So it's not.
Now it's negative 2 times negative 6. What's negative 2 times negative 6?
Why would it be?
Positive 12.
Positive 12. So you got 12
Austin.
minus 2, which is 10. Okay? Questions? Can you handle that? All right.
Do you know calculus?
Yeah.
He's a math teacher.
Well, calculus is like insane.
Smart math, he's a math teacher.
He's a math teacher.
No.
Calculus are required to know all fields of math.
No, calculus is college.
Yes.
Calculator.
All math teachers are required to know all math.
Quit the cap.
At one
I'm not capping.
Shut up.
Wait, Mr. Flack, we should do a calculus problem set.
All right, number 15. Guys.
So clever.
Number 15. Let's look it up. All we're doing is plugging it in. That's y to the z. What's y?
36.
Okay, and what's z?
Is that your final answer?
So y is 36, z is 2,
Oh, Henry just looked up
and
on
then
there.
x is 2. Square root of what's y? 36. Okay.
6.
Okay, so this is 6. Square root of 36 is 6, right? What number times itself is 36? It's 6. But what's 36 times
I'm
itself?
working on it in my head. Hold
Really?
It's 1,300.
up.
Is it? No, it's not. What's 36 times 36?
No. The answer is the whole thing.
Oh, I want 36 squared.
I already got it. But now it's gone.
1,296.
Yeah.
1296
And then you
plus
add
6,
1,302.
1,302. Okay, can you guys handle that one?
Yo.
All right, remember when you don't see you don't really need that 2 there, because when you don't see a number, it's just square root, the second root. But it doesn't hurt to put it there. All right, number 16. Negative 2x. This is a 2-step equation that we're going to solve. Now, you could just try to guess what x is, but it's going to be difficult. So we have to get x by itself.
Oh,
So who are you going to snipe out first?
13.
Okay, 13 is the easier target. How do you get rid of 13?
just subtract itself.
Yep, it's being added, so do the opposite. Okay, so then we got negative 2x over here. And then what's negative 12 minus 13?
1.
Positive 1.
No.
Negative 26, 25.
Yes.
What the?
Write it out, guys. Look at this. Negative 12 minus
Oh, yeah,
13.
That's true.
That's weird. So whenever it's weird, just chicken scratch. Bok, bok. So now it's negative 12 plus negative 13.
Facts.
So that's negative 25. Now what do we do?
now you,
Now you do the negative 2.
Yeah, how do you get rid of negative 2? Divide, because
Divide by
it's being
itself.
multiplied. So whatever you do to this side, do to this side. First of all, what's a negative divided by a negative? Positive. Cut 25 cents in half.
Well,
You get 12.5.
okay.
Okay? Does that feel okay?
Yeah.
That's two. They call this a two-step equation because you have to snipe out two things. Get the easier target first.
Mr. Flack, hurry up. There's 6 minutes left.
All right. I can do this.
But there's only 4 problems left.
Number 17.
3 problems.
Speed or math.
Okay, fish method. First thing I'm going to do is get rid of those improper fractions. This is 5/4 all over 10/3 equals x over 2/5. So fish method, remember, the only cross product is right here, so we're going to multiply these and then divide by 10/3. So I'm going to write all that out. 2/5 times 5/4 divided by 10/3. So far, so good?
That.
How do you divide fractions, Xavier? You don't. So we're going to copy that flop. 2/5 times 5/4 times 3/10. Good, good?
Yep.
All right. So this 5 and 10 cancels a 1 and 2. Look, these 2's cancel. And now we're just left with 1 times 3 is just 3. 5 times 4 is 20. So 3/20ths.
Whoa.
That's number 17.
You be grooving and zooming.
Okay. All right. Let's simplify this.
Sanic style.
Oops. Minus
Oh.
No, what's a good
plus
idea?
5 minus
I'm
negative
not-
7. Guys, we don't have time for your good ideas, so be quiet.
I bet.
All right. So all you're doing is looking for subtraction problems or double negatives. What's negative -7? Minus 5 plus -5 minus -7 plus +7. Okay. So now we got 7 plus -5 plus 5 plus 7 plus 10. All of these guys are positives. So let's see, that's 29 plus -5. Positives are going to win by 24.
Wow, I'm stupid.
Okay. All right, 2 more and we're done. Number 19. Same kind of thing. I'm going to chicken scratch. Watch 19 and watch me chicken scratch. -6.
3 minutes.
No, there's not.
Yeah, there is.
Minus -9 times, oh, we got to do some multiplication first.
Oh.
Minus -4 times 4. So our multiplication right here, guys, we have to do this first before we subtract.
Because you must excuse my dear Aunt Sally.
Yes. So what's -9 times -2? Positive 18.
Yeah.
What's -4 times +4?
Negative 20.
Negative 16. Okay. Now we chicken scratch. Watch this. Plus negative plus positive. Right? So now we just have these two negatives. That's -24 added to a +16. The negatives are going to win by 8.
Correct.
Okay.
Okay. One more and we're done.
Oh, but there's 4 of them.
Oh, that's okay. These are division problems.
2 minutes.
What's a
Mr.
positive divided by a negative?
Flack. A negative.
So negative, what's 18 divided by
Negative
6? -3. What's a positive divided by
3.
positive? 3.
Negative positive 3.
Yeah, negative divided by negative is positive.
Negative 3.
And -3.
That was a fun experience. Okay. Good.
That's it. Well done, guys.
Black math, give me some math and I'll give you some flack.